All right. So, do you have your laughing place? We need to go find it. I know you do. It's there. It's probably hidden under the bed somewhere. So, let's go find it. Hey, this is Tommy Toole with another episode of How to Get More Out of Your Breakup Than Just Heartache. We're talking about stress and laughter, folks. This is Module 4, Lesson 3. And yeah, you probably have more stress than you do laughter in your life right now. And this is going to be a good reminder and wake up call of how important it is to laugh, because the effects of stress are awful. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the benefits of laughter. So we're going to talk about how to calm yourself down and the physical effects from the stress of not being able to do that. And we're going to talk about how to laugh more when you don't feel like it. All right, so let's jump into stress. Here's what stress does to your body. It affects everything. And I'm sure you already know this, but I'm going to reiterate this because it's a good reminder and a good wake-up call for you to remember to laugh more, even when you don't feel like it. So stress can cause headaches and dizziness. It can create anxiety in us. It can make us irritable and angry. It can increase the heart rate and create strokes and diabetes, hypertension, heart disease. It can create all that. It creates digestive disorders, upset stomach. It can cause you to put on weight. Yeah, it can cause you to put on weight, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And decreases your sex drive. And maybe that doesn't even matter right now. Muscle tension, it creates all that. And here's why, because you have these two glands in your brain. It's called the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. And these two, when stimulated by stress, talk to each other. And it's one is the body and one is the mind talking to the other. And this is the way they make the mind and body connection. And when you stimulate these with stress, it activates the adrenal gland, and the adrenal gland is located just above your gut in your stomach area, and the adrenal gland secretes all those hormones that causes you to gain, to hold on to belly fat, but it also does things like, creates that fight or flight, all those chemicals in your bodies that gets the blood flowing, the dilated pupils so you can see sharper and better, and puts the blood out to the extremities so you can run, in the fight or flight mode. And the reason why it produces the cortisone, the belly fat hormone, is back in the caveman days. Stress used to be not eating, right? Not getting enough to eat. And that was the body's reaction so that it would store fat. So I guess we haven't evolved that much yet from that point, but that's why you can gain weight from being under stress and not realizing it. So here's the thing. Your body has a natural antidote, and it's called the vagus nerve. It's like the leaving Las Vegas, but it's spelled Vagus. And just think of it that way, as the stress leaving your body, like leaving Las Vegas. And when all these glands and everything is activated, it activates the vagus nerve, because the vagus nerve sends out to your body. It tries to calm the body with all the other impulses. But if the body's overstimulated with too much stress, the vagus nerve can't keep up, and it short circuits your brain, right? And so all these things get out of whack, and that's how you get into trouble. So here's what we need to do when our body can't do enough for us. We have to do more with our minds. And so we have to do things to trick ourselves into being happy until finally you are convinced you are happy. So you have to meditate. That's the best way. Meditate, and deep breathing will calm you down instantly. So go get a quiet corner somewhere and try to meditate each day. Plan a trip if you can. And you're going, yeah, right, Tommy, if I could get away from it all, I would. Don't you think I would have done that long ago? Well, there are things you can do little by little every day, maybe once a week, or, go on a picnic, take a hike, take a drive. Hey, and go over to my podcast on podcast number 2, because I have an awesome deal. It's a scream to get away to Cancun. You could go 4 times a year with this deal I have for you. So check it out, because it really is a good way to take some time and spend with your family on an affordable way. Move closer to work. I did that, and I'll tell you what, it simplified my life. It was amazing. Go outside, practice smiling, because people will smile back. And smiling, when you can't frown, frowning turns on all those negative thoughts. But with smiling, it's like impossible to be negative when you smile, unless you're completely sarcastic. But sleep more. You probably don't have a problem with that. Probably doing too much of that. You need to practice gratitude more, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're a pretty gracious person already, but that helps the happy laugher. Help others and exercise. I have one more. Oh yeah. Watch comedy. Comedy is what creates the laughter, right? We have to find humor in our day every day, because one of the greatest stress relievers we have is laughter. That's why we have it. It's a natural remedy to stress. And it's our body's way of healing ourselves, because laughter is like natural medicine. It's like taking medicine. It's like your body's way of creating its own medicine. It makes you feel better. It releases healing throughout your body. It's all those endorphins that come and kick in. And when we laugh, it restores the pressures that life has taken away. I mean, just look at this little guy. Don't you wish you could be dancing through the poppies more like him? Yeah, so when we laugh, endorphins generated through laughter have amazing healing power. And so let me show you what I mean. So according to Prevention Magazine, a study conducted by the University of Maryland Medical Center showed that laughter can lead to a healthier heart by improving blood flow. And other medical journals I had looked into says that when we laugh, we alleviate all these things: depression, we lower our blood pressure, promote relaxation, we reduce our stress, we increase the oxygen level in our blood when we laugh, giving us more energy. So see how all this stuff it's just like a natural reaction to healing. Increases the endorphin activity in our body, resulting in a sense of well-being. We are able to keep things in perspective. We banish boredom when we laugh. We are more socially attractive because people enjoy being with those who laugh easily and often. And we immeasurably increase our enjoyment of life. So see how important it is to remember to laugh. Life isn't supposed to be all work and no play. Most people today don't laugh enough. You need to develop your sense of humor and look for opportunities to laugh. Maybe you're saying, but Tommy, I'm not a real jovial person. I'm more serious. I never laugh that much. I don't feel like laughing right now, especially. Well, you don't want to end up like one of those guys on those prison inmates on life row, because on death row, there was a study done, and a majority of them didn't have laughter or play in their lives as children. So we all need to get back to that child in us. And here's a sad statistic I heard the other day. It's children laugh over 200 times a day, which is great. But while the average adult only laughs 4 times a day. So that's horrible. We need to change that. So you need to get in touch with the child inside you and let that child come out and play once in a while. You need to remember to play because it's important. It's important to your health and to your well-being in life. So my husband, Todd, is the best example of this. And if you don't feel like laughing and playing, be around other people who do. Because I'll tell you, just the sheer nature of being around people like that makes you be goofy and silly right along with them. And it's just, you just can't help it. So my husband, Todd, he really, really, really wanted a child. And he was almost like Geppetto and Pinocchio. We had a dog named Mackie, and I swear he wished Mackie would turn into a boy sometimes. But he got his wish, and we had a little boy kind of late in life. And I think Todd wanted to have a child so bad, so that it gave him an excuse to keep playing. And I mean, just look at this. They couldn't wait to get into the pool. It was too cold. So what they did is they put the canoe on the pool and paddled down back and forth up and down the pool. And Todd's the one that we bury in the sand when we're out at the beach, because he's the one, I want to be buried. I want to be buried. And when Wesley got a slip and slide, guess who was out testing it out? And I have this funny story because Todd, he still thinks he's a big kid. Well, he got on the slip and slide and didn't go slick on down like Wesley could. So he wanted something to propel him. And so I passed him on the porch. I was coming outside to see how it was going. And he passed me and he says, oh, he's dripping wet. And he goes, I got to find something to make the slip and slide more slick. I'm like, okay. And I was like, okay, I guess he's got this covered. So I went back inside, did some more housework or something. I don't know what I was doing. And then when I came back out a few minutes later, I saw the open bottle of Wesson oil at the bottom of the stairs. And then I glanced over at Todd, who's now doubled over in pain. And so the writing was on the wall. He walked by me. I think he was trying to get a chair to sit down on. And he said, don't say it. And I didn't have to. I just kind of shook my head and smiled. And he wasn't laughing, but it was pretty funny to me what was going on here. So future reference, folks, don't use Wesson oil. I think dish soap works better because you kill two birds at one stone too. You get the kids clean and they slip on down like grease snot down that slip and slide. So just saying. All right. So it's important to be around people who make you laugh. Just don't get hurt doing it. Okay. That's my piece of advice on that. And laughter is key. And the best way to ensure a little laughter each day is stay close to friends sharing similar experiences in their life. You will find humor in each other's circumstances. Sometimes the best way to find humor in your situation is with friends going through the similar situations that you are. It's the old adage, misery loves company. Friends who share similar experiences with you during this time will bring you comfort. If anyone can relate, they can. They know better than anyone how emotionally charged life of a newly separated person can be. They know how it feels to be kicked in the teeth and left for the hounds. They know the injustice of exes who have no regard for anyone other than themselves. They know the financial burden and the weight of carrying it around day after day after day. They know the middle of the night, wide-eyed, sleepless nights, pondering the age-old question, how the hell am I supposed to get through this? My chump friends were living it with me, not vicariously through me, but with me. That's how I got through. You'll make each other laugh at the rawness of your wounds. You will find the irony in your situations, and the ridiculousness of it all will make you laugh. You will make a game out of whose ex is going to do the next stupid thing, and when it happens, it won't be funny. At least not until you meet up with your chump friend, because then it will be stupid hilarious. Sometimes my problems paled in comparison to my chump friends, and in a shallow way, it made me feel better. It's like somebody's got it worse than me. So, okay, maybe I'm shallow, but I don't know. You share a bond with these people. See, it's the bond between two chumps. Chumps are the folks like us who got stuck holding the dice in the not it game we talked about earlier in the lesson on being clued in to the 1, 2, 3 warning. As a chump, you are the one dumped on with all the responsibilities. It doesn't come naturally to a chump to tell your ex to go get screwed. That changes in time when you are finally ready to stand up for yourself and quit playing nice. As a chump, it goes against your nature to push back. But until you reach that point, the point where you've just had it, sadly, you are known as what is called a chump. With chump friends, not only do you feel like chumps together, but you are living the chump life. Your chump friends instantly know when something has happened, something bad. Sometimes all you have to do is give them the look while shaking your head, and they know the next stupid thing has happened, and you are in 911 mode, need a funny bone CPR. Having a support group of friends is the best heart medicine I know. One day I had coffee with a few of my divorced friends. We all compared notes on how we each had dealt with fits of anger during our divorces. One person shared his solution to punching holes in the wall. Instead of throwing punches, he threw rolled up socks. And it was pretty funny because this guy was like a 6'3" ex-linebacker. And the visual of that was pretty funny. Another friend of mine admitted that she had pitched her cell phone over a bridge because her ex had been hounding her all day and kept calling her. My other friend, convinced that he was above the conversation, offered nothing. So we roused him until finally he admitted he had a weenie roast with all of their old love letters. And he said, you know what? They were the best wieners I ever had. And the one thing that I had done, I think I shared with you earlier, was I had a painting project in my bathroom, and I painted profanities on my wall. That was woo. That was me being really, really, really crazy. So settle down. I know. So, okay. So that's my antidote for dealing with stress. Remember to laugh. Be like a child and play. Play often. Laugh a lot each day. My prescription for you is to laugh out loud 3 times a day. Lighten up and laugh more. So stay connected to and make friends with people going through similar drama. That will help too. All right. I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a nice day.